You accept?
I mean, it's your funeral, kid. Although, just to be clear, no funeral. Any trace of you leaves a trace of my plan, and we can't have that.
It wasn't your plan, though, was it? It was Kronos. It was his idea to frame Poseidon's kid and steal Hades' helm and Zeus's bolt to start a war.
What?
Is that where he got to you, too? Through your dreams?
We know who the traitor is now, right? And there were theories flying. Some people thought it could be you. Some people thought it could be Aryan. Book readers, of course, always know. I know! I saw theories online that people thought it could be Sally Jackson. So people online were going a little bit wild.
Horrible.
But it is Luke. Obviously heartbreaking for Percy, but more so even for Annabeth. But you guys, like, you have the moment where you take off the hat, you say, I heard everything, and then it's just like a look, and he's gone. So I want to know, for you, Leah, what was it like filming that? Because it's just a tense moment where it's really just like you're doing facial expressions. How did you guys go about filming that?
Most of the scenes that I've done with Charlie, aka Luke, it's really been like, everything was like, oh yeah, she's my little sister, you know, like always like a connection with it. So doing this part, like, it was kind of like sad to see that I had to change and say, you know, like I heard everything and stuff, like, and things like, actually it's so weird because it came from me being enemies with Percy and being close to Luke. Now it's switched to where I'm taking care of Percy and I'm almost enemies with Luke and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a switch. And but filming that part though on that specific day, because I was actually December 16th, which is the last day before we went to Christmas break, basically. Yeah. So I was excited but to go, but like obviously that day it was kind of like heartfelt and sad and stuff. And me and Charlie were actually talking about it. We were like, dang, we can't be buddy no more. And I was like, nope, see you on the other side. But filming that whole part though, like, you know, Walker and Charlie, they did amazing filming that whole entire scene. But yeah, so sadly I couldn't actually throw the dagger at him. Not like, never mind.
No, I get it. I would have fully wanted to throw the dagger. No, I get where you're coming from. I don't think you have any murderous tendencies.
Like,
but I also want to ask you, Leah, when let's be hopeful. Let's say we are getting a season 2. So let's say when you guys meet again, when Annabeth and Luke meet again, what are you hoping for in that confrontation? Like, how do you hope that scene goes?
Really, I just feel like it should be where I'm like talking about the disappointment in me. I just feel like that'd be like, I don't know, like I just feel like that'd be like a good scene to just watch. Like when like he'll be like, Annabeth, you know, oh, so nice to see you.
Come join my team.
Oh, so nice to see you.
Oh, join the dog side. It's really chill over here, bro.
Literally, basically like that. And then I'm gonna be like, I am so disappointed in you, Luke. And then
that'd be
like,
sad, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like, and then that little slow music comes. But then yeah,
she's got the music in her head. Okay, girl, I see.
Exactly.
You. I like where you're going.
Or I could be invisible and talking to him while I'm invisible and he doesn't know where I am.
Ooh, I like that. Mess with him a little bit. Keep him on his toes.
Yeah,
I
like
like this planning. See,
Teardrop
Walker,
kind.
I want to ask you, because you, in addition to sword fighting, Charlie, you also get to go toe-to-toe with Ares, and then you also get to go toe-to-toe with the Lance Reddick, and we miss him. I very much want to know what it was like working with Lance Reddick, because he was, unsurprisingly, an incredible Zeus.
He was such an amazing actor. Like, every single take, there was just something different about him. You know what I mean? Just like, he kind of like Zeus, he just, like, his presence demands, like, respect. And even just being there, I don't know what it was. I was nervous. He's just such a cool guy. He's so nice too, and he was like what? He was 6'3".
Was he actually?
Yeah, he's very tall, but he was like such a cool guy, and I'm really happy I got to work with him. I just rewatched all the John Wick movies recently, and every time he came on screen, I was just really excited to see him. He was just such a really cool guy. He was.
I believe it. I also really need to know what it's like to sword fight Adam Copeland, also known as Edge. The man's a pro, like he's literally a pro. Talk to me about like the fight choreography. How long did that take? Did you sneak in any real shots? Like how did that go?
So that fight was unchoreographed. That was just me and Adam on the beach going at it. No,
you were supposed to film that a different day. Yeah.
He just showed up early and fought me in a massive trench coat. No, we did like rehearse a bit, but it was difficult because it's how do I explain this? Like, we don't have a lot of time to do like the stunt training and rehearsals and stuff because we're filming so much, and when we clock out, we can't really do any more work because we're all minors. But we kind of like would squeeze it in on the weekends and every other day and stuff. So we ended up spending like a week on that fight scene alone. And also like, I don't know, there was just something so cool about like fighting him because he was like, it felt real, but it was like, I'm sorry, I'm like stuttering on my words and stuff. I'm just trying to remember it. It was so long ago. But it was funny being on set with him, like fighting him, because he'd go from like, he's the happiest guy ever. I've never seen him like not smiling in real life, but he'll go from like laughing at something or like a joke, making a joke, to like immediately sprinting at me, trying to kill me, which is really fun. No, yeah, he was awesome, especially to do fights with, because I don't think there was ever a moment where I felt like he was gonna hit me or like I was that sounds bad, but there was never a moment where I thought he was like gonna slip up and accidentally hit me with a sword, because that stuff does happen when you're doing that. But he's just such a professional about it, you know.
Absolutely. And Aryan, I have to ask you, we end the finale. You've got your searcher's license. You've got this beautiful little flower pinned on you. How do you think the search for Pan is going to go for Grover? Because not off to a great start in the Lotus Casino, and like it didn't, you got distracted. It's fine. It happens. But how do you think it's going to go for him?
It's well, I've read the books, so it's kind of an uphill journey. Just from there, it doesn't go well, especially for the opening of book 2. He kind of has to get Percy and Annabeth to save him. But yeah, I'm glad that he finally got that, like, that it's kind of the start to his own quest. You know what I mean? Also, that flower was just like a pain to get right. Like, it kept falling over, and because I had to hide it with my jacket, so every time I covered it, it would just like fall off, and then I'd open my jacket and there would be nothing.
Or the flower petals would be like halfway off.
Or this flower would be halfway off. So I'm like, guys, look, I finally got it, and it's just like a t-shirt.
This is the hazards of filming. Well, guys, we are almost at my time. Before I go, I really do, Walker, I need to ask you, it didn't occur to me, like, I know that you're the son of Poseidon, but it didn't occur to me that you would literally just be drenched all season. I felt so bad watching these episodes. You're always soaking wet. Are you good? I just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm great now, but it didn't occur to me either that would happen. I mean, like, thinking back on it, every day on set like that was just super fun, but like waking up and looking at the sides and being like, wait a minute, this is like right after a scene where it was raining or I was underwater or something, and then like looking at my costume and there was like a wetsuit underneath it, it was just
seeing it like hung up on the back.
It was really fun though. I would go back and do it all over again 100% every day. But yeah, I always thought, like, while filming, like when I was auditioning, I was like, oh, he doesn't get wet, he's the son of Poseidon. And then I got there, like, all right, it was raining last scene, so you're soaking wet. During the Minotaur sequence, I was wearing this, like, real wool sweater.
Yeah.
And it stunk because it was, like, actual wool. And it kept stretching out.
They only had, like, 2 to rotate through every take, so you had to keep taking it off and putting a new one that smelled somehow worse back on.
Oh, no.
And going
Okay.
slide in the mud.
I'm great, though. It was fun. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Hopefully season 2 will come. You'll have a little bit of a drier season 2. But guys, that's my time. Thanks for talking to me again, and hopefully we get to talk a lot more in seasons to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Yeah.